looks like we are live, everybody. Hello, Jeff and James. Hi, Deanna. Hi, Jen. Hi, Tara. Kitty, yay, excited you're here too. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Well, you know, I fixed my hair today. We're going out to eat tonight, so yay. Kim, how's it going? Yeah, you should, Kim. There you go. Hi, Tina. How is everybody today? Hi, Sue. Yay. All right, so I know that originally I had posted a picture of some Hefty Doodle products, and believe me, I have that planned, so we'll do that one eventually, but I was so excited. Last night, my Tailored Expressions Mary Blooms came in, and so I was like, we got to shift gears. We got to show this kit. I'm so excited. So, hi, Mick, Tracy, Mary. Hello, everybody. Yes, so this is the Tailored Expressions kit. They are, I think it's actually $69, to be honest with you. But there's a lot in here. There's a lot in here, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at it really quickly before we play with it. But yes, it is Friday, and it is a happy one. I'm telling you, when this showed up, I was so excited. So let me, these are the colors we're going to be using, but let me show you what came in this kit. All right, so, and I've already been playing with it because it's already stained. So this is the stamp set called Joyful Season. That has all these really great sentiments in it. Rainy Day in Memphis. It's a little nice down here. Hey, Kay. Hi, PJB Stamper. What is up, my friends? All right, and the big thing in here is this. This is the Stamp Stencil and Clear combo. So what this means is, if you haven't seen it, it has this big red rubber stamp, and you'll notice there's some spots missing. And yeah, it's already stained because I've been using it. Because this stencil coordinates with it, so it goes over the top. They do still have it, as far as I know, it is still available, yes. And I have it linked down below. And then this stamp is one that's, you can stamp over the top of the bits and stuff. And so yeah, that. And then you also get this die in there, so you could cut out separate little poinsettias as well. Yes. Yes. And then it comes with some envelopes, and it also comes with your little stickers, so you can close them up. They say Merry and Bright. And it also has some little embellishments. So we'll pull those out. We may play with those a little bit too. But I do have a card ready. Oh, and then I went ahead and did the add-on because I really wanted the little, it cuts out the sentiments, the Merry Christmas, Season's Greetings, and Happy Holidays. So I like that. And so I did have to get that. I had to. And let me tell you why I had to get this. So y'all know my daughter's getting married, and she's getting married in December. So I'm making those invitations, and we're kind of playing with some ideas and see what they like. So yeah, I do like that stencil stamp accent combo. It's really cool. It's fun. I feel like this is definitely, even this stencil I feel like could be used separately. You could use these little pieces, and we may do that. The stencil's what really drew me in. And I do love this stamp. I don't think the invitation would work very well on there unless this was super light on the background, which could be done. It very well could be done. But yeah, of course, right, Kay? Of course. So we're going to play with it. We're going to have fun. All right. Let me set these things off to the side. And we'll get into stamping the background first, because that's what we need to do. And what you're going to need, I mean, you don't have to have a MISTI or a stamp positioning tool, but I find that it just, for me, it works a little bit better. And then because this is red rubber, you take out the insides, and we'll peel this off. All right, but I do love that plastic. It's so nice. All right, I'm going to stick that down. We don't need our magnet. I'm going to close the door. And then the little trick I like to do is I like to take my piece and put that on there, and then I'll just take a little bit of washi tape and tack it down to the back. And then we will close the door, well, not the door of the MISTI, we'll do it backwards. All right? I know, a Christmas time wedding, I'm so excited. Oh, yes, you do have a grandchild due in December, don't you? How's the new grandchild, Grandpa? That's right, Jeff, the cave troll, is a brand new grandfather. So very cool. All right, so closing the door this way makes it so that nothing shifts or moves. All right, I have some Tailored Expressions stamps out. I'm going to do the pea pod one. That's just the color I picked because all this is just like the leaves and the foliage. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that or ink it up. I have the cubes mostly. And I would say if there is one, just one little thing about these stamps or these ink pads, if you're going to use them, be prepared for them to stain things. They're going to stain your stamps. It's just the nature of the type of ink that they are. I believe they're kind of a hybrid type of ink. And they're beautiful and they're great, but you just have to be okay with them staining. You can work around that. I don't know if the Spritz spray or stamp spritz that's in the Tailored Expressions store, if it like cleans it like all that off of there. But this stuff, the Archival ink cleaner, does a pretty decent job. I haven't had a great amount of luck getting it off of my clear stamps, but it's working. So that is what you're going to end up with. It doesn't look like a whole lot right now, but that's where the stencil comes in. So I am going to clean this off. And my little felt piece came off of there, so I kind of have to squeeze and push to get that on there. Regular stamp cleaner I just haven't found, or water or whatnot, just doesn't work to get this stuff off very well. So this works pretty well. Or you just might be one of those that doesn't mind if your stamps are stained. Yes, I'm sure that grandbaby is perfect. Okay, so I'm going to pull this out because we don't need it in there anymore. And I don't think I need that anymore, but we're going to hang on to it because I can't remember if I need it anymore. And we'll set that off to the side. And then now I'm going to come in with the other stamp set that we can, you know, stamp our bits with. And I grabbed in Sweet Basil, so it's a little bit darker. And you'll notice there are 3 separate like curved lines. Those are for the holly leaves. And I think you could probably just do whatever you wanted, like use whatever ones you wanted on there. I'm going to use this bigger one on the bigger ones. That makes sense to me. And yeah, that one's stained. Like, again, it doesn't really bother me that much. So there we go. And I think that's the only, well, there's this one. I'm just going to stamp that on there. And I think the others, I'll use the other 2 lines for. This one's a little bit wonky. I like that. And we'll play around with that on a couple of these. I don't think there's, you know, a right or wrong way to put them on. So you do what you want. Hand sanitizer, I have not, Kay. That I actually, okay. Now that you say it out loud. Yeah, hand sanitizer and clean some stamps, but I'm wondering if it might be I was kind of wondering if it was a little bit harmful because it can be a little bit harsh, but I don't know. Have you done it, Kay? Does it work fine? Yeah, isn't that background cool? All right, and the other stamps will come into play once we get the stencil on there. So I'm going to set this off to the side, and we'll grab it in as we need it, and let's pull out the stencil. And we'll line that up on there. Have not had an issue with, okay, well that's good to know, okay, that is very good to know. All right, I'm going to, because I need to be able to line this up, I'm just going to take a little bit of my Heffy tape and put it on the back like this with the sticky side up. And then this way I can, I think it's going to go like this. May not, no, maybe not. Maybe it's like this. Maybe it's not. Ah, there it is. So you'll find the way that it can kind of sit in there and not get any of the green. So you just kind of play around with it a little bit. Yeah, and clean it off really. That's smart. That's a good call. So far, this Archival ink cleaner did a good job of cleaning off the stencil because I use these two colors, Pumpkin and Cherry Pop. And so I'm going to bring in my Blender Buddies. I do have a link down below for the Tailored Expressions blender brushes, and I've heard great things about those. I'm going to stick to mostly in the middle with this orange. And this is going to come together pretty quickly, you're going to see. I don't know if I'd want to make like a bunch of Christmas cards like this. Several would be super fun because I do like the idea of assembly line, but yeah. Clean then rinse. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, Kitty's right, I think. Hand sanitizer with alcohol, which dries things, so I wouldn't recommend. Okay, Sue doesn't recommend it. Okay. All right, and then this one is the Cherry Pop. So now I'm just blending around the edges of these poinsettias to bring in that color and deepen it around the edges. And I do like the way this ends up turning out. Because yes, I played. You know, you saw the stamps were already stained. I had to play. I got it last night and I had to play. You know how it is. You know how it is. All right. So what is everybody doing this weekend? Besides me having a little Christmas in July. My mom and her amazing husband are in town, so we are spending time with them. Gonna go get some Mexican food with them later on. And my daughter and her fiance, which is still so fun to say. All right. They came into town because we had poker night last night. My husband's work did a poker night thing. So, and we hosted at our house. All right, so I just love that little pop of orange in there. It doesn't look like a whole lot right now, but wait till I take this off. You're gonna see it, and I hope you like it. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Farley. Is it still crazy hot there in Sacramento, Farley? Okay, and then, don't you just love that? You have some old stamps getting really gummy. Okay, yep. Yep, videos to record, Kim. I got you there. Otherwise, you're doing nothing. Is that Weston? Is that my Weston? It is Weston. Hey, honey, how are you? Thank you for popping in, babe. Oh, hip pain. No, that's not fun. Stays on ink pad does have a clean. Yes, this is the stay. Well, I don't know if this is actually the stays on cleaner, but it's archival. They're having a backyard barbecue, delayed wedding reception. Aw, married on Halloween. How fun. Okay, couple of houses on Sunday looking for a, yeah, okay. All right, so, and I'll show you because I'll just spritz it with the water and it isn't going to, I mean, well, okay, now it makes me a liar. It makes me a liar. It's not cleaning it off super great, so I am going to use the, I'm just squirting that all over. All right, and that'll get it. So that just makes it a ton easier. Because I obviously, if you saw any of my mixed media stencils, you know that having my stencils look pristine is not like super important to me, but this one isn't necessarily going to be used for a bunch of mixed media, so I do want to have it cleaned off. And then if I go to try and sell anything, which I don't know that I'll sell this one because I like it. I like it a lot. All right, there we go. So that's all clean, that's good to go. Now we'll bring in the stamp set again, and then we'll fill in those little the parts of the poinsettia. And it looks like there are two. I know that there's going to be a little bit matchy. I'm not really going to worry about it a whole lot, to be honest with you. I'm just going to pop them down and hope that I had the stamp cleaned off enough. And for this, I'm just going to bring in the cherry pop. That's all I'm going to do. We'll bring in that cherry pop and we'll ink those up. Try and line them up the best I can, but if they're not perfect, I don't really care that much. That's okay to me. So I'm not going to use all 3 of those. I probably could and I probably should, but I'm not going to. I'll turn it, flip it, see how it looks, and we're just going with it. All right. Yeah, there we go. See, that one's a little bit off, but I don't think anybody's going to be paying that close of attention. You all are, because you saw it happen, but there it is. All right, and then we've got the smaller one. We'll pop that one in there and do this 2 smaller images on there. Okay. I'm not that worried about it being lined up too perfectly. That is okay. And then I am going to bring in some Dijon for the little centers, but in all honesty, I think that the color is going to get a little skewed. So I may just use the little baubles that came in the kit. Yeah, it kind of just looks a little bit brown. That's okay. That's okay. And there are 3 of those in there as well. So these will work well with the die cuts also. And I'm not going to use the die cuts today, but I did use them, so I'll show you how I use them. Thank you, Mary. Okay. Stays on cleaner, needs to be rinsed off of poly stamps. Now, I did not know that, PJB. Thank you for that. Today is another 100-degree one, huh, Farley? Oof. All right. So now that I've got that, I want to do a little splatter because it's me. And I'm going to bring in the Gansai Tambi Starry Night to splatter. I've been using this one off and on, and I just figured this nice gold would go well. So I've got the gilded. It'll be a little bit different, but this is a red gold, and I thought that that would really look nice. So I'm going to put a little bit of water in there, let that kind of bead up a second, soak in, if you will. And then I should do more than just that, but to cover. All right, mix that around a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, yeah, you can. And then, yeah, aren't these paints just fun? And then I'm just going to splatter that because splatter makes everything better. Then it'll maybe detract you from the mess I made by not stamping it straight. Okay, we're done with that. And then I'll sort of need that to dry. So then I'm going to come in, let that dry a bit, and we'll stamp our sentiment. And the sentiment is going to come from, and I do really like the sentiment. I think it's the sentiment set. It's nice. So we've got Merry Christmas, Seasons, Greetings, and Happy Holidays. And there is, you can get this separate, the die. But these are fun. From my house to yours, or from our house to yours, may the peace and joy of the season be with you throughout the new year. Wishing you a joyful season filled with love and peace. Merry and bright, rejoice, and Happy New Year. Joy, peace, love, hope, and Noel. And then you could hi, Carol. Hi, Georgia, from Kentucky. Marcy, yes. You're the one that said you love the metallics, and I just totally missed it was you, Marcy. Yeah, how is everybody doing? You are not late. It's okay. Don't you worry about it. All right. So I'm going to stamp out the sentiment, and we're going to use Merry Christmas. And if you are a person of faith, which I am, you could easily add any of your scripture or whatnot to the inside of those as well that you might have. I love mixing and matching stamps, especially around Christmas time. That stuff just kind of makes my heart happy to do. It's so fun. You don't have to stick to just one company or one stamp set. All right, so we're going to use this gilded embossing powder. It's an ultra fine embossing powder from Brutus Monroe. And I'll grab out my magic powder bag, put that down. I have splatter everywhere. Yes, I do too, technically, which is why I should use my splatter box, Kitty. A colorful lampshade. See, look at you being all kinds of creative without even necessarily meaning to be. Thanks, James. Yes, smash that like button. All right. I'm going to cover that with our gilded, and then there is something else I want to do with this before I put all this away, after I heat set. I guess I don't need to heat set just yet. And I'm not so concerned about powder around the outside edge, mostly because it's going to be die cut. I do want, I'm taking my the edge of my ink pad and I'm just putting it on here because I do want to add a strip of gold, and I didn't have any, well, I have some gold glitter paper, but it just didn't really match. It kind of stood out, so we're going to do this. We are going to do this. All right, now we'll heat set everything, so give me a second. It's going to be kind of loud. All kinds of brilliance. I love y'all. Hi, Kim from San Diego. It does make a very pretty background, yes. I am a big fan of all things metallic, especially watercolors. And, you know, it's great for Christmas. All kinds of brilliance. Love it. And then, of course, we have to do our Merry Christmas. Okay. Let that dry a second, clean up my, oopsie, I almost dumped my powder everywhere. And yes, I have legitimately done that before. Legitimately. And that is a sad day in the embossing powder world when you do that. Okay. So we'll throw that off to the side. Let's see, did I get it? Yeah, it's good. Okay, I am going to trim that down because I do just want the sliver here. So let's take about as much as we can get there. And then the rest of this, I'm going to run through my little die cutting machine. I just thought it was too fun. Do you need to have the matching die for Merry Christmas? No, you probably do not, but I did. I did. Haven't we all dumped it? Yes. Well, I mean, I want to believe we have because it makes me feel better. For me, it's rare when I don't drop it. I remember one time in one of the houses we lived, I dumped some glitter by accident. Oh my gosh. Oh, and then just hearing the vacuum go over the top of that was just, well, one, it's heartbreaking. I mean, you probably never use it all in a lifetime, but I certainly did that day when I dumped it all over the carpet. Yeah, it does go everywhere when you hit that container. Or if you just, like, breathe heavy, it goes everywhere. Okay, so what I do like about this is not only does it cut out the Merry Christmas, but it cuts out these little portions here. I don't know if you can see that. So you've got all that detail like here. I like it. I like it. All right. I like the detail. Kitty, yes. Yes, you quit living by need. Well, clearly I have quit living by need a long time ago as well. If you could see this craft room, I know one of these days I will do a tour, but look at the tiny embossing machine. I know, isn't it so cute? I don't actually know who has it in America, if anybody does, but oh, thanks, Jeff. A troll stamp. That would be fun, Jeff. Oh my gosh, I would love that. I have gnomes, but I don't have a troll. Thank you. You're so sweet. Yes, pretty vacuum dust. I like the name of that. I know, that little die cutting machine is awesome. It's wonderful. So, okay. So now we've got this. Because I have cut this strip, I'm going to need to trim this down a tiny bit. And I'm okay with that because I feel like it just really brings it in. So I'm going to just take off about 1/8 of an inch on that side, and we're going to do 1/8 of an inch on this side to make it 4 inches by 5.5. I forgot to mention that my paper was originally cut to 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. Oh yes, I'm sure it will, Kay. Those brothers scan and cut. Yeah, it would be cool, Jeff. If I had that, I'll keep an eye out. You know I will. All right, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. So I'm gluing it to the, here's my card base. It was 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. And then we're just going to stick this down to the edge. Open it up. Because with my luck, I'll end up gluing it closed. Yes, I have done that before. All right. So that's on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue this one on there. Hi, Catherine. That is okay. You can always watch the replay. Okay. And everything is dry. And I actually do have embossing powder all over this thing. Doggone. Typical. Typical. And then for the berry Christmas itself, I'm going to use some foam squares. I got to find them. Again, still waiting on a package. I literally went to the post office yesterday because it's been, yeah, my saga. Anyway, I know everybody's having postal issues, but I have 30 days, which means I only actually have 7 days left before I can make a claim. It makes me sad, and I know that everybody's overworked, so it is what it is. You still need to get the die. Oh, really? Wait, Kay. I thought your brother's scan and cut would cut it. Okay, so there it is on there. Yeah, I'm thinking they definitely lost it, Kay. That is for sure, but they won't let me make a claim yet. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in, let's see, we might just put, I'm going to see what all's in there. Oh, it's a good amount of, let's just pour the whole thing, why not? Good amount of red and gold ones in there. I'll get my Picket stick. And I'll put some small ones, okay, if I can do it. And then we'll use some bigger ones. They've got some really big ones in here. That's fun though. There we go. I like that. I think that's good. Yep, they definitely lost the package. But you have to wait 30 days. And they were so nice at the post office. They really were. He was showing me the paper trail. Anyway, all right. It is a very festive mix. And obviously, gold or red can be used at any time of year, so I do like that. Okay. So I'm happy with this. I think that this is good. What I should have done was stamped the inside, but I did not. I'm going to have to wait, so I'm going to stamp it later. But there's something else I wanted to show you guys. Before I make a mess with those beads, we're going to really just push those off to the side. I did want to show you, out of one piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Thank you, Allie. Thanks, Kim. Out of one piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, you can make a mini slimline and several tags. So I'm going to show you how I did that because I did play around. So this is what I made. I made this mini slimline and I used the dies for it. Oh, it did. Oh, geez, no mailroom. Oh, that is hilarious. Okay. Thanks, Georgia. The name of the jewel picker is actually called the Pickup Stick, and this is by Trinity Stamps. I don't have it linked down below, but and I don't actually know if they're in stock right now, but I do love this little tool because on one end you've got your wax piece, and then the other you have your little stick to poke things. But yes, so I used the die for the poinsettias. I stamped on the background, stamped the sentiment, and then I also got these 4 little tags. Couple bigger ones and a couple smaller ones. Thank you, Sue. And I used the tag Stacklets number 2. So let me show you how that kind of panned out, because I will definitely be making more of those, just not in this live. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut, because your slimline, or your mini slimline is a 6x6, you're going to need to take the 6, and then I like to have a panel so I can work on the panel and then attach it, and it makes the card even sturdier. So I'm just going to cut down to 9 inches is what I'm going to do. All right, and then this one, I'm going to cut at 6 inches. And then now I'll cut my panel off. So I have my 6x6 card base, my 3" by 6" panel, and then this is what you use to make your 2 or your 4 tags. So perfect for Christmas. These ones fit basically on there, and this was my mini slimline. So yes, it did come together pretty quickly, Kitty, honestly. And these ones came together pretty quickly when I was playing around earlier too. But I do love the look. I like that you can make these poinsettias different colors. It was kind of fun to bring in some teal colors and see how that, you know, works out. But I love making tags for Christmas time. So we're already getting started. It's July, but we're already getting Christmas in July. And I do like that. So now I've got some ready and started for the next go. Yeah. And this is what I made earlier, just kind of playing around. I did the gold embossed edge, and on this one I decided to add the pearls. I didn't do the splatter, and that's why I felt like something was missing from this card, because there was no splatter. Hi Marie, thank you. Thanks Kim, thanks Kitty. I try every once in a while, So now I've already got a few Christmas cards ready. And we've even got some Christmas tags, but this kit, I imagine, probably won't be around long. So if it's something you're interested in, I would go snag it soon. It would take, you know, math. Jeff, I think you'd surprise yourself. And it would, you're right, it would make a cute gift for someone. So for the tags, that's the craft. Where are the colors? Did I put them away? The lighter color, I'll just bring in the colors. The lighter color was actually the confetti cake, so you can barely see it on that background. Oops. But that is confetti cake on the background. And then the darker one is blue. It's this blue raspberry. So these are all obviously from Tailored Expressions. These are just the ink cubes, and I'm just storing them this way. And then I cut these out of cream and just used the Dijon on there. Stamped with the blue raspberry on these. And this strip, I know she has paper to match, but I didn't have the paper, so I just used my ink pad over some white and made my own. Oh, color paper. This is just a like Nina paper. Yeah. Nina paper, and then like a cream paper. So yeah. Sorry about that, Natalie. There you go. All right, well, that's really all I have for you guys today. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hungry for some Mexican food, so we are gonna head out and do that. But I just had to get on here and see y'all. Love y'all. Super excited to have gotten to do this live with you. And yeah, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Yes, those are from Tailored Expressions as well. The bins are. Yes, absolutely. All right, well, I hope that you all have an amazingly creative weekend, and just please know that you are loved. Thanks for coming in, guys. We'll see ya. Bye.